Where does mining take place? It's not a surprise that crypto mining takes place in regions around the world where there is a cheap electricity because all other things being equal. The cost of electricity becomes one of the most, if not the most, determinant factor if such mining operation can be run profitably after the price of Bitcoin. Other conditions miners look for after cheap electricity include good internet connectivity, favorable regulatory conditions, potential stability, and cold weather. Until early 2021, around 65% of global mining took place in China. Sichuan province was by far the leader, producing around 54% of global hash rate with the remaining 11% split more or less evenly between Yunnan, Xinjiang, and Inner Mongolia. Sichuan was a natural location for Bitcoin mining with its ample and cheap electricity due to hydropower. But all of this changed in Q2 2021. In April 2021, an article appeared in influential peer-reviewed journal Natural Communication in which seven Chinese academies argued that the carbon emission pattern of the Bitcoin blockchain would become a potential barrier against China's emission reduction targets. Why are Chinese academies against Bitcoin mining? In April 2021, an interesting article about Bitcoin mining appeared in the science journal Natural Communications. The article, written by seven Chinese academies based in China and abroad, argued that the carbon emission pattern of the Bitcoin blockchain would become a potential barrier against China's emission reduction targets. The article made several observations. Most notably, the authors found that the annualized energy consumption of the Bitcoin industry in China would peak in 2024 at 96.59 TWh. This figure would vastly exceed the total energy consumption level of countries like Italy and Saudi Arabia, and if Mired as its own country, would rank 12th globally. Meanwhile, the authors found that carbon emitted from Bitcoin mining operations would peak at 130.5 million metric tons per year in 2024, surpassing the total greenhouse gas emissions of countries like the Czech Republic and Qatar. If we just focus on China's domestic scenes, Bitcoin related emissions would rank in the top 10 amongst 182 prefectures level cities and 42 major industrial zones, single handedly accounting for over 5.4% of electricity emission in the country. The authors were quick to make clear that without meaningful interventions and realistic targets, the energy-hungry Bitcoin blockchain operations in China would quickly emerge as an obstacle that could threaten emission reductions efforts and sustainability targets, with the Bitcoin industry growing carbon footprints impacting China's greenhouse gas reduction efforts. Under the term of the Paris Climate Agreement, China agreed to cut 60% of carbon emissions per GDP by 2030 based on 2005 emissions levels. Thank you.